Hi, Phil from AquaTech here. Welcome back for another how-to video on how to set up your Fuji XH1 to get the most out of your camera inside the Elite Water Housing. Due to the position of the eye sensor on the rear of the camera and the backplate on the housing, the auto detect eye sensor will not work. If you would like to shoot with the LCD over the EVF prior to loading the camera into the housing, simply have the camera in standby shooting mode and push the viewfinder button on the right hand side of the EVF until you see LCD only appear on the screen. For ease of reviewing images when the camera is inside the water housing, we suggest setting it up so when reviewing the images automatically appear on the back of the LCD. Prior to loading the camera into the housing, simply press the playback button once. When an image appears on the screen, press the view mode button on the right hand side of the EVF until LCD only appears on the screen. Now by default, when I hit review on the camera, it's going to automatically appear on the back of the LCD. To allow further creativity and to move those focus points from left to right, up and down, and all over the focus area, this next setting is a great tip. Prior to loading your camera, hold down display back for 3 seconds, then navigate down to function 6, press OK, and make your way to the second page and look for focus area. Confirm by pressing OK. Now with this setup, I can move my focus points around simply by using the 5-way controller on the back of the housing. To initiate, simply press down on the multi-controller, and then I've got the freedom to move left and right and up and down. Included in your Elite XH1 is the mode control. Now this small blue plastic tab is designed to allow you to switch between photos and videos with ease via the rear control on the backplate. To install this control, ensure that the camera is either in movie or continuous high mode prior to installation. The control is a tolerance fit control and will slide onto the camera control dial. Ensure the machined grooves on the control are facing the rear of the camera. Now with the mode control securely installed, I can simply switch between video and stills with ease. Controlling your video is very simple. To start and stop record, it's as simple as pressing the manual shutter button on the housing and ensuring that the camera itself is in video mode. Additionally, the pistol grip will react the same way as your shutter button. If you'd like to find out more information about the AquaTech pistol grip, be sure to check out that video. To have manual control over your camera's shutter speed, simply ensure that the camera's shutter speed dial is set to T. Then, the rear top dial will control your shutter speed values. To control the aperture on your Fuji XH1, you have 2 options. Option 1 is to manually select the aperture prior to installation in the housing. Option 2 is to select the A for auto, which will select the correct aperture based on your shutter speeds. For those who want full manual control over shutter speed, aperture, and ISO, there is a setup and configuration within the menus. Now it is a little bit of back and forth between the menu, but essentially what we're going to do is we're going to remap this rear control dial to control all 3 functions, and I'll show you in these following steps how to cycle through and switch between those. Firstly, place the ISO dial on the camera to A, the lens aperture ring to A also, and the shutter speed dial to T. Go to the setup menu, which is option 6, the button dial setting, then the ISO dial setting, and set to command. Your rear dial will now change your ISO settings. Go to the setup menu, then head back to the button dial setting, then navigate through to aperture ring setting and choose A, command. Now your rear dial will change your aperture settings. To swap between shutter speed, ISO, and aperture in the water, see the next steps. Push the menu control and navigate through to the setup menu. Once again, click on the button dial settings, and this time choose the command dial setting. Once in this menu, navigate until the rear command dial is highlighted and push the right hand side of the control pad to open up your options of allocating this command dial to either control ISO, shutter speed, or aperture. To confirm, simply push OK, which is the center button, and that confirms your choice. So there you have it. There's some setup tips for you to get the most out of your Fuji XH1 camera within the new AquaTech water housing. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to our helpful staff and we'll be there to help you.